Unlock the power of cryptocurrency with Orange Brick Road as your guide. The homepage provides an overview of our services: crypto education, consulting, trading, tax, bookkeeping, loans, real-world assets, estate planning, scam recovery, and more. Explore our comprehensive courses tailored for beginners to advanced crypto enthusiasts. Our team of experts offers personalized consulting across all aspects of crypto, including everything from how to purchase your very first crypto coin, the importance of security, reporting requirements, and the latest developments in the decentralized finance world. Join our thriving community, attend events, and network with like-minded individuals. Stay up to date with our blog covering the latest crypto trends and analysis. Get started today by enrolling in a course or booking a consultation. Navigate the crypto world with confidence. Orange Brick Road, your path to understanding.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's well. We've changed the time for the live stream because we're still trying to work out exactly when the best time for people to join us, because it's been a bit sporadic over the time. So yeah, welcome to the Orange Brick Road newsletter live stream. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, there's a really good website called orangebrickroad.com.au, and you'll see, and basically you get the newsletter that comes once a week. Any events that are coming up or things that we're doing or that's happening in the crypto space will be in there, and also information about who's joining us for the live stream. You can also join us on YouTube, Twitter, I think LinkedIn. I'm not sure about LinkedIn, and ask us questions live anyway. All right, today we have a guest for the first time. I've known her for some time. She's a bit of a legend. She's a crypto guru, one might say. She's been in crypto for a while now. She's a good friend of mine, and she actually knows what she's talking about, which is good. Especially in the crypto world. Her name's Minnie. She's an ambassador for Blocksquare. Basically, you'll see in the newsletter this week, we're very much focused on real world assets, tokenization of real estate, and that's what Minnie specializes in. Hey, Minnie, how are you, sweetie? You good?
Yeah, hey, Brandon. Very good. Thank you for bringing me on. Should be good fun, as always, absolutely. With you.
Yes, that's right, mate. We like to keep it light, you know.
Absolutely.
So, okay, if you give us because it's first time on, give us a bit of a beef, bring out the resume, mate, dust it off, and sort of what you're doing pre-crypto, how you got into crypto, and what you're currently doing in the crypto market at the moment.
Sure. I guess I started off in accounting, fell into that job quite young, and was fascinated with the computing side of the accounting space, but stayed in that for a number of years and learned a lot about what money was, and how accounting is the language of money, basically. So with that under my belt, because I had no idea what money was, I was sort of interested in the economy. I started to be interested in what the world was doing. I did some consulting then, because computers became my focus, and I was doing change management and consulting to small and medium businesses, basically installing computer systems, helping them do systems and processes that gave them efficiencies, and teaching them how to read a profit and loss and balance sheet, because surprisingly there's not many people that knew that, particularly back then. So business-wise, then I from that consulting business, I got involved with a large store, did a GST changeover, and got more and more involved in that sort of side of things, from sales tax to GST, basically. Fast forward, I was doing, owned a cafe for a while. That was interesting, good fun. Didn't make any money. Went into doing, basically thinking about money and what we were going to do. I started doing property. Property was my thing. Investing, buying land, selling land, building homes, selling homes, trading in property. So that then became, I had the accounting fundamentals, and I had sort of a knowledge about property. Then the GFC happened, highly leveraged. Everything was dropping. Had to earn some money to actually pay the interest rates. So I went and did sales in real estate. So did that for quite a few years and deleveraged over a number of years. And in 2016, I read the Bitcoin white paper. I'd heard about it before 2014, but 2016 I sort of looked at the white paper and I just went, this is money. This is new money. This is where we're heading. This is going to replace this broken system that I just lived through in 2008. And sort of all that understanding started to come together like a jigsaw. I joined what at the time was called Taurus Group, and we went to Blockchain Asia in 2018, 17, 18. Got to know more and more about it, went to those trade shows, saw all these things happening and just got really super excited. So then fast forward from there, I've been still and then going back into sales, but investing in the crypto space, learning what I can about everything that's going on. And I went into mining, again, just like, diversifying and learning something different, which I love to do. But all the time, crypto is my background. So everything I've been doing is about how am I going to make money out of crypto. So then I looked at what Blocksquare were doing with real estate tokenization and tokenization of real world assets. And it started to click to me that apart from Bitcoin and probably Ethereum, which were the sort of what I like to say, the blue collar or the most functional pieces of the puzzle that we need to have for everything to run, essentially, particularly back then. I know there's lots of others now. But I just went, okay, so those two things and real world asset tokenization just make the most sense to me. And went down that deep dive with Blocksquare and realised that they had the technology and the infrastructure already there, constantly developing it and making it better. But it then created that road for me to understand it better and start to realise that that's the way forward in terms of real use of adoption, allowing people to invest in real world assets for small fractions of money without having to have ownership per se, but start to earn some interest better than bank yields that are more attractive. And obviously then, you do whatever you want, but you could then say, start accumulating Bitcoin, which is the fundamental in my trading. And that's how I do it. So there, briefly.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, all
Whatever.
good. No, all good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good. I just wanted to check that I didn't cross this over by putting the headphones on because there was a bit of an echo coming through with the speakers. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right, well, we'll get into the tokenization of real estate in a sec. But what we'll do is we'll just start off with a bit of a market
cool.
Sort of what is happening with the market entire screen. This one, I'm still getting used to driving all this. All right, cool. Can you see my screen okay?
Yep, all good.
All right, happy days. And that's just want to make sure, because last time it didn't happen. Want to make sure that's coming through correctly. All right, cool. That's not working. Okay, cool. All righty. This is for the year. There's a couple of big moves, but there's a lot of red as well because we're in the bear market. But you can see all the XRP, all you XRP army people out there be quite happy. I'll just go on the weekly at the moment. Okay, cool. Is there anything in here that you see that you like?
I was interested to see Mantra Coin on the first one for the year being so big. That's obviously real world asset tokenization. That sort of points to me that this is the space that's going to probably get the most popularity and coming in the near future and now, I would say. So that was interesting, being there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
962%. That's not bad for a Mantra token.
Yeah, sweet. It's almost like the real world asset tokens is just going through a cycle at the moment, getting lots of adoption.
It's matured, isn't it? And it's now I think people sort of wake up to the fact that that's actually a great thing to have.
Yeah, and by that, basically, you're just tokenizing real world assets, which is exactly what it suggests. Okay, going to the Bitcoin chart. All right, get out to your crystal ball, mate. Where are we going? What are we doing? We're on 88.
Yeah,
well, 84,
it's interesting.
Rather.
I mean, I watch a lot of trading platforms and obviously RailPal and a lot of others. I get an aggregate of information. And as much as everything in crypto, there's always many saying it's going to go down and many saying it's going to go up. My sort of feeling about it is we've had a pullback, and if I watch what the big people are doing, they're accumulating by the dip, right?
Yep.
Now, it's irrelevant to me with Bitcoin to a point if it does go down again. I don't think it will. I think it's on its way up. That's my thought, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence.
Yeah.
But I think essentially, if you look at Bitcoin year on year, the increase is absolutely exponential, and I don't think it's going anywhere. And these people that say it's going to zero, is like, for me, it's like, yay, I'm going to buy some more. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. The AGs in the space, they get excited when it's red, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Things are going down. We get excited. Everyone else throw themselves out of windows, but yeah, we get quite excited. Okay, I forgot to mention, this is what the newsletter looks like too when it comes out into your inbox, and then you click view entire message, and it looks like this. It has all the articles in there and also things on Spotify, just stuff that our team and myself are looking at in the week in crypto. I did also want to mention that, where is it? There's an event that is coming up soon. It's about here. Okay. We have myself, Simon Ho from CoinStash, which is a crypto exchange here in Australia, Kayleen from More Wealth, and Heidi from Breedy Books Plus, talking about how to put your superannuation into crypto. So that event is coming up in about 3-4 weeks. It'll be on our event page at some stage, and also going out to people that are on the mailing list. So if you haven't signed up to our mailing list, it's pretty simple, and join the newsletter here. Okay, this is the website. These are our services. Okay, cool. All right, that's enough shilling out of me, because that's what this reminded me of, the superannuation. Okay, Mrs. Blocksquare. That this is who Minnie is involved in, Blocksquare. You'll also see them on our website under Real World Assets, which is there. And you can get in contact with the guys and Julia through there's Julia there. So yeah, if you're interested in tokenizing your own property, or you want to get involved in staking, liquidity providing, whatever, with Blocksquare, get hold of these people. So on this block chat, were you a part of this live stream, Minnie?
No, but I have listened to it. I wasn't on it, but yeah, it was very
Minnie,
good
are you
actually.
there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Hello?
you. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, I can hear you, mate.
Okay, good. Yeah, not on that.
Yeah, no, it was good.
That.
And subscribe to these guys. Yeah, but subscribe to these guys to keep up to date on the chat. They do live streams and keep the community up to date. Okay, speaking of real world assets. Okay, these guys, Dubai starts real estate tokenization pilots, forecast $16 billion market by 2033. Like we were saying before, the real world asset side of crypto is going to be one of the biggest movers in this bull market. How do you feel about Dubai getting involved, mate?
Yes, it's really interesting because they have had no ability to tokenize in the past. So this is quite breaking. And interestingly, the way I read that was that they're going to actually tokenize the titles. And so the title itself could be tokenized based on what I read in that and the research I did. So that's actually pretty groundbreaking. It would be really interesting to see how this progresses, because I know that there's a lot of people who want to tokenize real estate in Dubai. Obviously, there's a great number of properties in Dubai that generate great income that would be perfect candidates for tokenization. So yeah, watch this space. I think this is very interesting.
Yes, it is. And I think if anyone is going to push it through successfully, will be stuff like United Arab Emirates and places like that are very sort of pushing technology and embracing, the future of technology. So yeah, that's a good sign. Okay. Did you have a chance to have a bit of a read of this article?
That is the one. Oh, let me go back here. Lost it.
Okay, basically, it's the real world asset boom is inevitable. So it's just basically, do you have it? Okay, and there's a lot of institutional
I got it now.
investments.
Yeah.
Types of
That's another one. Like, pardon?
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a delay. I'm just going to let you talk.
Okay, cool. I keep cutting you off. Look, there is, and that's actually the other thing that it's saying is that the institutional interest in this space is just increasing hand over fist. So I guess what they've all woken up to is that the $330 trillion in liquid asset class is something everybody wants to get a part of, right? And I think it was Ondo and Plume that have joined up, which makes sense to me. Ondo obviously doing the short-term US Treasury bonds, and Plume is the network to make it happen. So I think all these sort of different chains now talking to each other about how they can work together, which is another reason why I love crypto so much, because in some respects it's all competition, but in other respects we all build on each other, and the more that we do it, the better it is for the space as a whole, and everybody's doing it differently as well. So I think all of that sort of stuff is just great news overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. And also all the institutional people that are getting into the real world assets at the moment, they're like the likes of BlackRock, and they're also talking about tokenizing like the stock exchange, things like that. So everything that's in the real world, I think eventually in the next 3 to 5 years is probably going to be on the blockchain in one shape or form, So
absolutely agree. And I think that things like those things that are actually controlled by the government, like land titles, like the stock exchange, those sort of things, we make perfect sense for it to be on chain, because it takes away all the complexities that they currently have, and we can have that a little more transparency. Let's see how it rolls out. But
100%. And also, I like the idea, and why I like to be, because I'm an ambassador. Julia reminded me today that I'm an ambassador.
Did you forget?
I did, because I got one of your notices that came through, and it was like an invite for all the ambassadors. And I was like, am I? She's like, you've been an ambassador for ages, Brandon. Someone should have told me. but yeah, it's like that. Like even at the the thing that we're at yesterday, the expo. A lot of people were coming up to you guys and talking about the tokenization of stuff, and we're like the conversation with the tokenization of vineyards, and other farming, and it is really endless of what you can actually tokenize. So anything that's in the physical world. But what it brings up to me, including a segue to the stock market, is the stock market has opening and closing times, and then public holidays and long weekends and stuff like that. Where with crypto, it's 24 hours a day. So it brings, not in time, but liquidity into the market. And a lot of people that can't afford to buy a home or invest in property can now, and how I do it, and, in my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that I can, if I had $10,000, I can put $2,000 into 5 different properties.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, and or $2,000 and put it into 2 different properties, $1,000 each. So you're now actually in the property market without having to have tens of thousands of dollars in a mortgage.
Yeah. The benefits are just astounding to me. Like, you're absolutely right, because what it actually does, it's not a per se, it's not an answer to a housing crisis as such. But what it is doing is it's allowing income producing properties to have shared economic benefit to smaller stakeholders in terms of token holders. So basically, with that, then a person who's on a wage can put away $50, $100 a week, put it together, and then start buying pieces of property, which return, in some cases, very good yields, depending on what you choose. Obviously, risk and reward is always balanced, from marketplaces that allow you to then share in these massive big, we'll say, for instance, the first one that was in your newsletter today was the Vera Group. They're a real estate group. So they do everything from, they've got multiple companies, multiple commercial leases, all those sort of things. And so now they're adding tokenization to it. So I'm going to be able to buy pieces of that and earn money on my money that I couldn't ordinarily get. Then when I save up that money, then obviously I've got either I might be saving for a deposit on a home, or I might be saving to put it into Bitcoin or gold or silver or whatever my choice is. But I have an opportunity to create wealth for myself that I've never had before. And the landholders, the people who are tokenizing their properties, have access to liquidity that they haven't had before in a way that isn't tied up with mortgages and exorbitant interest rates, et cetera, because they're just revenue sharing what they have. So I think it just seems to be the answer on both ends of that spectrum, and it's peer-to-peer. So
yeah, I very much like that, and my understanding of things too, once again, limited, but is it takes a heavy investment like a property and makes it liquid. So if you own the property and you want to get some liquidity out of it, you'd have to go to the banks and do all the paperwork and, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's not a very versatile product as a financial instrument, but, by tokenizing it, it's basically liquid, would be the best way to put it.
And the other thing is too, Brandon, you could do all the paperwork and apply for mortgages, but you may not necessarily get accepted for that mortgage by the bank. And that's based on all sorts of different factors. And the fact that the property is an income producing property doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go, yep, you're good to go, we'll give you some money. But with tokenization, you can actually just return some of that money to the token holders. And then that's done. You've got your liquidity and off you go. So, and financing is getting harder and harder, I must say. So, and interest rates have been up high recently. So,
and I think there's only one way that interest rates are going, and that's up at the moment.
At the moment, I would agree. Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised in the next sort of 2 to 3 years that hit like 8 to 10%. Would not surprise me at all.
Let's hope not. But yes, that's the thing. We don't know, do we? It's going to be watch and see, but could be.
Yeah, but I like the idea when I'm saying to younger investors as well, is my 2 to 5 principle is like you put $2,000 into something and hopefully it 5Xs, if you're doing it correctly. So if you put $2,000 in and, for example, the BSP token or, investing on the platform, the Ocean Point platform with Blocksquare, you put $2,000 in 2 years' time by investing it, that might turn into 7, 8, 10 grand. Okay, great. Now you've got a deposit for a house.
Yeah. And that highlights the Ocean Point platform as well, because you can then stake your BST tokens. You can join liquidity pools, and it just increases your yield each time. And it's a really good way to learn about what decentralized finance is and how everything works through that. So, and your opportunities then become so much greater to do those 10Xs. You've got your fundamental investment, and then you've got the secondary market and the DeFi platform as well. So, yeah, I agree. And that's what we need. People need to be able to 10X their money, because I think you've got a bit further down, you've got Raoul Pal's interview about can we say this? Unfuck your future?
Yep.
I said it.
Yeah. Can we say this?
Can we say this? Okay. Which is that's a fantastic thing to give out to your readers, because really in the next, he's sort of saying 6 years. Nobody knows what that time frame is. He says he doesn't know. But things are changing so rapidly, right? And we have to be right on the front foot and get as much knowledge and as much wealth as we possibly can at the moment to protect us against what might be possible in the future. And that's what that's all about, investing in crypto and how to do it. And I think he's just, because he started in the macro world and he's got that whole global and, you know, Morgan Stanley and all the rest of those really big platforms that he's worked on. I think he's a great person to watch and listen to.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like he has very good guests on as well, and they talk about very on the macro and the micro, you know, and basically what's happening globally and how it would affect down to the individual. Yeah, absolutely love what he has to say.
And Blocksquare, we had an interview with Jamie Coates, and anybody on the Real Vision platform would know him as a very clever analyst. So Blocksquare is actually talking to them at the moment, just sort of explaining how we do what we do, and they're really interested to hear more. So watch this space.
Yeah, 100%. It's oceanpoint.fi, or you can get hold of Minnie or myself from the website under Real World Assets. Okay, going into XRP for all you XRP army out here. Okay, the lawsuit from the scum from the SEC has been dropped against Ripple. Okay, well, to me, that opens the floodgates. You know, basically, it was like a little test pilot. And now that that's been done, basically, it pretty much opens it up for the rest of crypto. How do you feel about this going forward, Minnie?
Yeah, I think XRP for me, it's never been my favourite thing, but it's very important. It connects the banks, it's the payment system, it's all of those sort of things. So, I mean, I think currently the transactions are 3.5 seconds or something, 3 to 5 seconds, which I think is pretty amazing. That's the speed of that is pretty amazing. The fees are pretty good. It actually does open up a lot more people to the space because of what it is and how it works, I suppose. So it's not a mining coin. It's run differently. I think just opening up the door, as you said, from the SEC's perspective, and I sort of expected it too, because with our new Trump in seat, he's very keen to get all this sort of stuff sorted out and move forward with crypto. So I think that we'll see a lot more of these sort of things being squashed and everything going away.
Yeah, hopefully. And also the people that are on and a part of Trump's administration are very pro-crypto as well. You know, so,
That's right.
You know, like the likes of Elon Musk and what they're doing to Tesla at the moment, these left-wing tards, you know, you can't get more retarded. But anyways, I won't go into that. I won't digress because I'll be here forever, right?
And we'll have that conversation later.
Yeah, we'll do that off air. But like, just to display, just as my opinion, because I've got a couple of things on the XRP. So I've got clients that only own XRP. You know, we've got clients that only own Bitcoin. I've got clients that only own Hex and Pulse. And, you know, I mean, the whole maxis. Into the whole maxis. I'm a bit more risk averse. I like to spread out my risk. But, you know, the whole XRP thing and the efficiency of a government. As an SEC, why would you take a company like XRP to court and use that as a precedent and an example when XRP have a lot of money? They can afford the lawyers, you know, they can actually afford the time to do it. If you wanted to make a precedent as a company and just use your bit of insight, you'd probably take a lower cap coin and then, you know, that could fight it and then use that. But anyways, it just shows you how inefficient and stupid government are and how that works as a benefit for us, you know.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, because we love government, don't we?
We love government.
They're just so bloody efficient. And they've just got our interest in mind all the time as well. It's all about us. Okay, anyways. Once again, Raoul Powell, this is talking about crypto cycles. Okay, this is important to know if you're an investor, especially in crypto, because the market cycles work very, very fast, but they also are predictable. Now, I'm going to throw it at you, mate. When is the bull market ending?
Most people are saying sort of mid of next year.
Yeah.
Could be first quarter, like could be, I don't know, like end of this year. I'd be watching it closely because I think and it depends what you're watching it for. Like, I'm interested because I've got money obviously invested, but am I going to take it out at the top? It depends what the top is, right?
Yep.
And it also depends on, if my strategy is to accumulate Bitcoin and that only, then yeah, maybe I'll start doing some like selling when it's getting up, buying when it's going down, but it's catching a falling knife too. My strategy has pretty much been buy and hold, to be fair, unless it's altcoins that you have to watch more carefully. And obviously I haven't watched a lot of them so carefully, because I looked at a bucket that I bought many years ago and went, oh, they're all nothing. Okay, great. So
don't have to worry about selling them because they're all gone to bloody zero.
they're gone. Well, it writes it off
Really?
against some others, so it's okay.
No, I think a pullback in November, probably pull back in November, probably hit the top for around, April, May type of thing, the whole sell in May, walk away type of attitude. But I think pull back November, probably peak, May, middle of next year type of thing. But I'm also thinking strategies, because my strategies at the moment are trying to work out how to take profit, but also sustain yourself in the bear market. And investing into or fractionalized real estate, to me, is a good hedge instead of just going into a stable coin. Investing in real estate, it doesn't go up as quick as crypto, but at least it doesn't go down as bad as crypto. So I'm kind of thinking about rolling a fair bit into Blocksquare and Ocean Point. That's where I'm
I
coming
would suggest
from.
that. Yeah, that's a sound strategy, I think. And as you say, there's hedges that you use when you trade, when you're in this space. I would say trading, but not everybody's a trader, and I'm not. But I think definitely putting some money into, and I call it like that. It's almost like, as you said, it's almost like a stable coin. The asset itself, the asset class itself, is backed by real estate, right? So the most common place for people to put their money from business in the past has been into real estate. They make money in their business, they move it into real estate, stocks, bonds, shares. And so now we have this other
silver.
Gold, silver, those sort
commodities.
of commodities, right? But when you're now in the crypto space, then you might want to do a mix of all of those things and spread your risk. And I think real estate tokenization is definitely a space to have some money in, because you're getting a yield. You can use the decentralized platforms to stake, to do other things to increase that yield. It's liquid. You can actually sell that coin at any time you want. You can take that money out if you want to buy something in the real world. Or you can just reinvest, or, keep changing, or go back into Bitcoin, or buy more gold, or whatever it is. So the strategy is to try and create as much wealth as you can, obviously. And, I think it's part of it, definitely. I would recommend that as well.
100%. I'm not a trader either. I'm an investor, but I do run into market cycles, and just sort of hedge from there. Obviously I do take profit. I'm looking at probably 20-30% taking off the table, raw profit, probably, 40% into a protocol like Ocean Point. So it's into real estate, and then the rest into gold and probably platinum and a bit of silver. So that's kind of where I'm at. But, I'm not a sophisticated guy, and I'm not a sophisticated investor. I like to keep things as simple as possible, because we've all got lives. I've got to run this business. I've got the social media stuff. I've got clients. I've got, I'm just busy all the time. Unless you're sitting in a basement with a neck beard, you just don't have bloody time.
That's a true fact.
All right, mate. Well, we'll tie it up there. So if you want to get hold of Minnie or anyone at Ocean Point, orangebrickroad.com.au under Real World Assets. Get in touch with Julia, Minnie, or myself. We can point you in the right direction. We're going to be having you guys on a bit more. And I think there's a video being produced soon about the whole aspect of staking, the BST coin and that sort of thing that's coming out soon. So stay in touch. Join us on our social medias, or the newsletter if you haven't already. That's about it. Any closing thoughts, mate?
Just thanks. I really appreciate what you do and your work, because you are actually helping so many people realize what this is and understand that they can actually make some money out of this, and in a safe way, because the most important thing is to learn how to do it properly. This isn't a space that you play in without any information. It would be my strong recommendation. You need to know what you're doing. It's like anything, people can scam you. So yeah, just be careful. Get the right education, talk to Brandon and find out how to do it safely.
Yeah, excellent. Great advice for everyone out there in the internet world. Yeah, speak to Brandon because he's a legend. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Yeah, I'll get paid later.
Beautiful. All right, people. Thanks for
true.
joining us, and thank you so much, Minnie. I will speak to you soon, mate. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
Unlock the power of cryptocurrency with Orange Brick Road as your guide. The homepage provides an overview of our services: crypto education, consulting, trading, tax, bookkeeping, loans, real-world assets, estate planning, scam recovery, and more. Explore our comprehensive courses tailored for beginners to advanced crypto enthusiasts. Our team of experts offers personalized consulting across all aspects of crypto, including everything from how to purchase your very first crypto coin, the importance of security, reporting requirements, and the latest developments in the decentralized finance world. Join our thriving community, attend events, and network with like-minded individuals. Stay up to date with our blog covering the latest crypto trends and analysis. Get started today by enrolling in a course or booking a consultation. Navigate the crypto world with confidence. Orange Brick Road, your path to understanding.